Welcome. I just wanted to take the next few minutes to play with a few ideas about health and to explore the relational experience of how we experience our health as a movement through time. So, what I mean by that is most of us can agree that there are certain pillars of health that stand out, that are accurate reflections and measurements, such as how well we sleep, food, how we nourish ourselves, macronutrients like protein, carbohydrates, and fat, and micronutrients like the vitamins and minerals that we get from a whole foods diet, or not. Also, things like light. How much time do we get outdoors? How much time are we spending in front of our computers or our cell phones? Movement. How much are we moving in our bodies? What types of movement, and how does that transition over time? The types of relationships we have or don't have, and how we experience the sacred in our lives, or even if we think that's important. So these are considered pillars of health, and again, we can measure them and we can recognize when there are challenges or problems, and there are tools that we can use to address each one of those. But I also want to include how we understand our health as a movement in time. What I also want to bring to our attention and awareness is not only the fact that these pillars work in cycles, like a 24-hour cycle in a day, or a week, or a month, or a year. It also includes the phases of our life. So often we forget kind of what's going on in this moment and the many moments that have come before it, and how we include and invite that in. So we recognize actually that this moment is based on a rich and fertile landscape, and that also shapes what health can look like. And health may look different in our 80s than it does when I'm in our teens. And it doesn't mean anything's wrong. It's just a recognition that there are phases in a life that also reflect change. And often we kind of skip some of that awareness. And I find that especially as we get older, we forget that actually sitting at our desk for 8 to 10 hours a day has a more significant consequence than it might have. And we think, oh my gosh, something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. We're just in different bodies. Bodies change over time. And it doesn't mean that anything's wrong. It just means that what we get to also invite in is the fact that how we take care and how we include those different phases and stages of a life is a reflection of how we get to experience ourselves and our health. So I just wanted to invite in not only that there are these pillars like sleep and food and movement, light, relationships, and the sacred, but that it exists and it shifts over time. And that will also affect the choices that we make, or the tension or the attention that needs to be paid in any one moment. It's just to invite in a type of inquiry and recognition and understanding to feel into the flux and flow of what health can look like as a dynamic process, and not as these static things that are linear over time, because that's not it as well. Even though there are phases, there are fluctuations in movement depending on a variety of variables, our family history, etc. So all of this to say that health is this vibrant movement in our lives, and we can be in relationship to it in many different ways. And that's what I hope to explore on this channel. So just a few minutes to throw out some ideas, and I look forward to continuing to explore ideas with you. Take care and have a great day.